can we describe the world of the soul, the world of feelings and sensations in words? The clairvoyant and philosopher Rudolf Steiner said about this, "Light penetrates the eye and propagates within it to the retina. There it evokes chemical processes. The effect of these stimuli continues through the optic nerve to the brain, where further physical processes occur. If one could observe these, one would see physical processes as elsewhere in the outer world. If I am able to observe the life body, I will perceive how the physical brain process is at the same time a life process. But the sensation of the blue color, which the receiver of the light has, I can find nowhere on this way. It arises only within the soul of the receiver. The soul is just as real as the physical body. As the spatial extension and spatial movement are peculiar to the physical formations, so the stimulability, the impulsive desire, is peculiar to the things and beings of the soul. Therefore, the world of the soul is also called the world of desires or wishes, or the world of craving. Desire, wish, craving are designations for the material of the world of the soul. This material is called astral. We can say exactly what the astral element is in the human being. It is that which causes all human beings who have such an element in them to let something happen in them which we call pleasure and displeasure in the broadest sense. Pleasure and displeasure reach as far as the astral world reaches. And just as I belong to the external world through the processes of a chemical and physical nature taking place in me, so I really have all the different nuances of pleasure and displeasure in me, and through these different nuances and appearances of pleasure and displeasure I belong to a world which pervades our physical world and which is just as much outside me as it is inside me. One of the first things one must acquire for orientation in the astral world is to distinguish the different types of its entities, in a similar way as one distinguishes solid, liquid, or gaseous objects in the physical world. Therefore, one must know the two basic forces which are of primary importance here. They can be called sympathy and antipathy. How these basic forces act in an astral entity determines its nature. Sympathy is the force with which an entity from the world of the soul attracts others, tries to merge with them, asserts its kinship with them. Antipathy, on the other hand, is the force with which astral entities repel and exclude each other, with which they assert their peculiarity. To what extent these basic forces are present in an astral entity depends on what role it plays in the world of the soul. The astral world is mainly composed of forms and colors. These are also present in the physical world, but in the physical world we are used to seeing colors always connected with an object. In the astral world, these colors float freely in the air like the image of the flame. There is an appearance of the physical world that reminds us of these floating colors, that is the rainbow. But the astral color images are free to move in space. They vibrate like a flood of colors, an ocean of colors in ever-changing diverse lines and shapes. Gradually, however, the student comes to recognize a certain similarity between the physical world and the astral world. At first, this ocean of colors appears to him as masterless, does not adhere to objects, but then the color flakes come together and attach themselves not to objects, but to beings. Whereas before only a floating form was seen, now astral beings reveal themselves through these colors. A world of beings that speaks to us through colors is the astral world. Substantially, the astral world is woven of the same forces that are at work in our feelings, emotions, and sensations, and especially in the sensory qualities we experience. During our life on Earth, we experience these astral forces in our feelings and perceptions not directly as they are, but only as a pale reflection. To the clairvoyant, the astral world shows itself like a mirror image of the experiences in the physical world. Sympathy and antipathy are the two poles between which the forces of the soul dynamically unfold. A feeling of hatred which we emit appears to us there as if it came to us from the human being to whom we send it. Our own uncontrolled animalistic desires show themselves in the astral world as wild creatures rushing at us. All colors appear in the astral world as complementary colors. The calm green of the plant world corresponds in the astral world to the energetic purple color.